Hi, this is Joan with Stuff to Discuss, and I am here with Denise and Ransford. Hey, how you doing?
What's up, folks? What's up?
Yeah, so we are going to be interviewing this most talented man. I think he has done just about everything except like fly an airplane. I don't know. So I'm going to introduce you as an actor, educator, motivator, an all-out talented guy. That's what I called you. Ransford Doherty, right? Is what I'm saying it right? Because I mess up people's names.
Yes, you're saying it right. And when my parents are from Sierra Leone, West Africa, so the Creole version is Doherty. So
nice.
Yes, exactly, right? So there's the American version where it's like Doherty. But when we get around family, it's like Doherty.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Yeah. Hey, yeah, that's nice. All right, so we just get right into the questions because this channel is about educating your viewers, our viewers, and also basically like I said, educating and just promoting people out there, but mainly I just want to know your journey, and okay, so we looked you up and we think that you're awesome. So what is it like working with an A-list actor? Because we saw how you worked. You said you worked with Bruce Willis, and I guess you was I think I read it right, you worked with also Kevin Hart.
Yeah, Kevin Hart. We did something like a business. Russ Paul, shout out to you. Bruce Willis, Mary McDonald, Kira Sedgwick. There's a host of talented A-list actors that I've been blessed to work with. And I know some A-list actors be like, yo, you forgot my name. But it's what I love is it started off as a dream. And that's where I always want to educate folks, where it was an idea. Then you're thinking like, is that possible? So then the necessary steps that one must take, the risks that they have to take, the sacrifices they got to make. But I feel like with working with these A-list actors, you start to see like, yo, you got to also take a look at yourself and like, you're bringing something to the table. Right. And what I mean by that, when I booked Major Crimes and The Closer, sometimes we actors get into this place of like, thank you, Hollywood. Thank you for giving me a chance.
Right.
People in the positions of hiring you are looking at you going, okay, look, let's stop. Let's knock that off.
Right,
exactly. Because you did what it took to get this job. We didn't just hand this out to you and be like, hey, here you go. Like, you earned it. There were other people competing. You did what it took. So working with these A-list actors is a blessing, but they're seeing also what you as an actor are bringing to the table as well. So it's like you start to see it is an ensemble. Okay. So yes, and when I coach actors too, I say, okay, your job is to make them look like a star. But their job is to make you look like a star. So so it's a nice little complimentary relationship where we have each other's back to help tell the story that the producers and writers want to tell. So it's an awesome experience because you also see these people are human.
Right, that's true. And that's now I understand about when the people get awards, I used to like, why are they crying? Why are they, but the hard work they put into it, now I get the idea.
Yes, and then the storytelling too.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Okay, Denise, you're next.
Since you are an actor, what made you transition over into becoming an educator?
Okay, and it was beautiful. I'm still both. What it is the crazy thing, I'm a full-time teacher. Still working in TV shows. I got my master's in special education while being on a TV show, Major Crimes and The Closer. So it's the sense of like, oh, we do both, but it's what type of job, when I look at actors, like what keeps it sustainable? My mom and dad are not my Bank of America, okay? So I have to go, what am I doing to bring something to the table to make it sustainable? So I chose teaching because I tried to wait tables.
Right.
They weren't hiring. Okay, I know I tried, and I heard, but someone told me be a substitute teacher because at the time the amount of money that they were paying, it was like, oh, that's not only sustainable, but it's the kind of money that will pay not only the bills, but it can pay for my acting classes. It can pay for all these other things, and is another thing, allowed me the flexibility to go to auditions. Okay,
gotta have that flexibility. Yes.
Your agent's sitting there going, "What you mean you can't make this audition?" You wanted me to give you, you're looking for representation, and now you unavailable. Then what was the whole point? So I've been blessed to get into the teaching, and it just seems like to be the best of both worlds. So and what it is with education, education's for my way of giving back to the world, and the acting's for me. So you get this balance of the best of both worlds, where you're not feeling like this person who's like, if they take something away, you're not gonna be like, what am I gonna do? Because I see a lot of actors doing that, where they put all their eggs in that basket and say, Hollywood, you're supposed to look out for me. And it's like, no, you're supposed to look out for you, but that's it. So giving back and sharing my experience, that's why I chose education. And I do like teaching. So that's another thing that I think every actor should, when they watch Stuff to Discuss, they realize, and I love with Diane Franklin too, they're gonna realize that you are a whole person. You can't just be, to see yourself as like, I'm just an actor. It's like, so that's all you can bring to the table?
No.
You got to bring something other than, you have something inside of you that you can give back. You got to be of service to someone, service to help somebody back, because I look at the worlds you're creating. And I always ask actors, would you rather have a great life or a great career?
Right.
The
that's
teaching,
good, and that you let them think about you. And that's good, because a lot of people just go in and just see the stuff that's on TV that, they're just acting, and
Yes, but you got to have a life outside of that, because when the cameras start rolling, so what are you bringing to the world? And you're going to see that fulfills you. I'm going to tell you, your spirit deep down inside is going to be like, why am I feeling empty? I got these awards, I got all this praise, but so why am I feeling like angry inside?
Right.
So when you decide, I want to give back, how can I help somebody? That's a whole nother where you're like, oh, that's it. This feels good. Now I feel good. And it's not no charity case. It's like, I am bringing something of value to the world. I'm helping kids. I knew what it was like being in their shoes going, what do I want to do with my life? So that's why I'm in this whole thing of like educating. So what are you educating? How can you help somebody? If you want to teach someone how to open up a nonprofit, do that. If you want to teach someone how to act, do that. Makeup. There's so many things you can give back. When you look at what we're doing now, everybody's creating an online class. Why? To give back, to help somebody.
Gotcha. And that starts with the little kids too. That's good that you start there. All right. So next question. Go ahead, Denise. I'm sorry. I'm just one question.
They are our future. I know everyone says that, but it's true. That's the next generation that's coming up.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to start there. You got to start from there. And thank you for telling us that. Now, I guess, would you say having that BFA in theater performances in theater performance, right, is easier to do than acting in TV? I mean, you was doing some theater, and I guess that's what the question I'm trying to ask.
What it is, I noticed it's two different mediums. And what I mean is, with theater, I know they say be big, but it's a different type of format. And watch, there's indoor theater, outdoor theater. You might do indoor. When you do indoor theater, you're being big, but then when you do outdoor theater, you're like, whoa, this is a different energy. Now my voice, my sound. So then when you go to TV, that's a different medium where it's like, it's being subtle. So when you learn to adjust to the different styles, that when you learn that craft, and that is hard, the transition, and heck, I'm coming from teaching in the classroom, and then I got to go switch to the acting one. That's another different type of medium that works. So the reason why I got my college degree, now I know some people are like, man, you don't need college. I'm a fan of, in case the acting business doesn't work out, I have something that still can get me a job where is making more than minimum wage. Now I know everyone's saying, well, what about the student loans? Well, I paid back my student loans. See, I look at the college as an investment in myself, just in case. So when Hollywood breaks down, I still have a job. I'm still working. I'm still giving back. And guess what? I can still do acting. Some people have this idea of the only way I can be an actor, I gotta be on the screen. Okay, you got a camera, right? Look what y'all did. You created this. Remember, this at one time. I know you, Denise and Joanne, y'all were all sitting there. Joanne, I know you were sitting there going, you know what? Denise, I got this idea. I swear, for gosh. You and I, and look, y'all put this together. And then you were like, who can we have as cameraman? You see?
That's right.
Justin was like, hey, Ransford, how you doing? We laughed, but this was an idea.
Right.
So that's why the BFA was strategic. I wanted the college degree for me to say, all right. And then I decided, let me go get my master's and my twin. I have a fraternal twin, United States Army Reserve. Not Army, United States Army. Apologize.
Oh, got you.
United States Army.
You didn't slip.
Did you? I'm like, no, what happened was,
Right, what happened was,
my twin just retired as a major in the Army. My sister retired as a major.
okay.
I look back and go, like, we all went military, but we all went, yo, we got to get college. My father was the one that said, when he came to this country, he was like, go to George Washington University. So got his degree in civil engineering. So it was that when you come here, you have these opportunities, what are you going to do with that opportunity though? So he felt, you here, get your college degree. So you can do, now here's the thing, get a job that pays well, that you can use it to, again, finance your acting career. If you want to be a musician, and some people go, I don't need college. Great, whatever job you're doing. I got a friend who's a truck driver, student. He got a clothing line that he put together. Yo, he's doing well financially. Uses the money from driving trucks. I see what our students are doing, and I'm just your career. I felt going to college, getting a degree. Hey, I found a way.
Your Act for a Living online educational website. Is it for all age groups or just adults?
Right now, I have it for adults. Right now, I'm considering also. I know teenagers I can definitely work with too. And I still I've coached kids, and that's not the challenge. Some of the techniques that I'm creating are more for the adults. And this is the technique that I felt that I've learned and went, wait a minute. And then I've been able to teach it to. I work at the Screen Actors Guild, AFI. Program that SAG has, that anyone who's part of the Screen Actors Guild Union can take this class for free at the time. So I use that time, and shout out to Bethlehem Staples, a former, and here's another thing why I love college. The people that I went to college with are helping me out. The people I went to high school are helping me out to where I'm at in my life. So she helped me, she invited me to get a chance to do the Screen Actors Guild AFI conservative class, and I created a technique that a lot of people went, wow, yo, this just changed the game. So then I have my friend, shout out to Amari Sanders, Angie Sanders, who helped me write my book, Brian, Tremaine, like, again, they said Ransford, and here's another thing, when you go for what you love, the people around you who support you. So I got people who are supporting me, creating things, and they see ideas and they get inspired and go, yo, we want to help you create Act for a Living. So we set it up at this time. Yes, it is for adults, but we know it can get, we know it's for teens, but then we're going to have to test it where, okay, for the age group right now, I feel like it's best for me to work with teens and up, and who have some experience in acting. If it's who's beginning, I can show them certain techniques, but there's other classes that are for that, So you got to pick and choose so you can grasp a lot of the concepts.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, you thought this through, didn't you? That's so cool.
Here's the thing. It's the team that I have around.
Right. You gotta have a team.
Because you got to have a team of people like what we have here. We need someone who's going to run the camera. That's why we have you got Justin. You got to find out what everybody has their strengths in. What you can go back and forth with. So I know the one thing I need actors and artists to realize, like, when we say team, like, to be an actor, and then you have to be, like, I have to be a teacher. I then have to work on my social media. I then have to work on this. There's so many things that you're pulled in so many different directions. It's hard for you to put, your strength and your time into something that you work best with. I'm good at talking and teaching. I have another with Omari and Amari's behind the scenes, the business side. Brian, he's the Brian and Tremaine, my homies. They are the social media geniuses where I'm like, I did not know.
Yeah.
When you see certain people growing up social media wise, you're going, who's their team? And if the person's doing by themselves, I thank God is that is no joke. And then with the book that I have coming out, shout out to Angie Sanders, like, she can write.
Yes.
So that's again where I just had these ideas and I wrote them down. Right. But it took someone to go, all right, so again, Act for a Living, online class, and we want to also cater it to college students as well too. We want to look at that it's for everybody. I'm telling you right now, it's for everybody. But we also are seeing different. I ideas for anyone who wants to know about the business.
Yes.
Yes.
You not have to talk to me. I'm just going to share my input, whether you are in college or not in college. Act for a living. You know, so
Gotcha.
but before we launch, and we got to make sure, okay, what are the things and pieces that are necessary for the person who comes to Act for a Living, that they'll feel like, okay, there's enough resources.
Wow.
There's enough
Definitely,
information.
we got to get that out there. Got to get it out there. Okay. Okay. So I think what it is now, you mentioned about the memoir. I think it says now, okay, so now you're a co-author of your memoir. Is this something that you always wanted to do? I mean, because a lot of people want to bring books out, write books about themselves.
Yeah, here's the funny thing. It wasn't what I wanted to, something that I want to do, but there's a pattern. People kept asking, how do you make it? How do you make it? And after a while, I kept typing and saying the same thing. And I was like, man, if there was a one spot that I could just, where people could just go to and go, hey, that's why when you go to our website, Act for a Living, my book, Dear Starving Artist Get Something to Eat, because it was that idea where I remember going, what's this whole starving artist? I'm hungry. I'm starving, man. This is not fun. This is not fun. So I had to find a ways, which is why the teaching is the feeding my soul. You know, so this memoir, it was something that I wrote where someone said, just write, just get it out. So I'm just wrote as much as I possibly could. And then Angie took my words. And that's what I'm thinking. I realized also with writers out there, if you got a partner who can write, ghost writers out there who can help you out, like do that. Make your book where you put it out there as a product. Everybody's like, dang. So I had to have this memoir, tell people about my journey. So when they come out, there's no, oh, I want them to go, oh, I read that in Ransford's book, Dear Starving Artist Get Something to Eat. And it said, this was what I was going to face. Because my book does redefine success in a way that most people go, damn, I never thought about that. All right, I'm cool. And every time I've told, and every time I give people the uncomfortable truth about the business, about some of the sacrifices you're going to make, the fact that they go, I still want to do it. That means I'm doing something right.
That's right.
And that means they know they're doing something right, where it's like, I knew it. It's just, I needed that reassurance to make sure I'm not, something's going on that I'm crazy. So shout out again, Dear Starving Artist should be, it's coming out soon.
Cool. Thank you. And you're right. A lot of people, they want the quick way to get into the business of the way. And you're teaching them in a way like, no, I'm going to feed you the meat. I ain't gonna give you the, that little baby food.
Because it's about, I remember what I didn't have. So I look at all the people who were there to help me that were like, we're honest, that are not trying to look to take advantage of you. Because I know there's that one side of the business that there's people, and guess what? That's gonna come back on them. I was like, yo, I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna deal with and what you're gonna meet. And notice, I have a phrase where I go, it ain't glamorous. What I do, I remove the glamour where they go, oh, okay, thank you. Thank you for not wasting my time. I appreciate it. And it's not about the money. It's about, oh, okay. And you're bringing your best foot forward. So
and you know what? You're being authentic. We talked about that with Diane about being authentic. Definitely, you want to be authentic because people don't want no fake people today.
Yeah, because you're gonna get caught. No, you're gonna get caught anyway.
Yeah, you are.
Anyway, so everybody's like, and it's such a small world. Again, Joanne, I'm seeing you again years later when Justin is auditioning. Okay, you gotta see how now. You see, if I had disrespected your son. Look at us now. Years later, you like, I'm on my show. Yeah, I'm with Denise. We got our show now, Stuff to Discuss. Let's talk about your behavior. Yes. How that can. So that's why I'm like, I'm here to say the business is small. That casting assistant that you think is, man, you just an assistant.
That's right.
Now they had a casting of this new hit show, and you like, dang, I didn't know that.
Yes.
It's such a small world. So that's why I was like, take the risk.
That's right. Okay. Well, Denise, go for it.
If you were not acting or coaching, what else would you be doing in the business?
Okay, right now, I also have learned through my journey, financial literacy. Shout out to my friend Sean Gibe. He had a book that he wrote called Winning at the Money Game, where we teach financial literacy through the game of basketball to elementary, middle, and high school students. So what was so beautiful, he wrote the book, and I was like, oh, you got the book? He was like, yeah. I was like, I'm a teacher. I will create a curriculum to match this book.
Look at you.
So now it's like, and once again, the beautiful thing about it is teaching our kids, it's making something simple or something sometimes seen as complicated, fun and we get our youth learning how to manage their money. But it's more than just teaching it. You also gotta, if you're teaching it, make sure you live in it.
That's right.
So I got out of debt. I paid my debt. It's like, whoa, I got a savings. Everybody's like, oh, you put your business out there, so you got some money.
Well, you didn't tell them how much, though.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. Is you got now. That's the thing about what are you about? What are you bringing to the table? So that's what I've learned as an educator. I also have to live it. So that's why I said it's been hard. But now I'm putting myself in a game where I just don't want to leave Hollywood going, man, you owe me. I don't want to be that bitter actor sitting there saying like, it's all your fault. It's like, look, what can I do? What can I do?
Yes.
What are you bringing to the table? So that's why I'm looking at my skills, what I can bring. We are all valuable. We have something that we're bringing to the table. Just like find it, use it. That's what I'm talking about when it comes to this acting business. It is business.
Thank you for that.
Don't get twisted. It's a business. You got to know what you bring into the table. You got to know your skills and create that place of income to be able to afford. And then here's what happens. Once you have that day job that's bringing in all that money, then once you make enough money from the business, you can go to your day job and be like, yo, thank you so much. You were that blessing. I can now move on because now my business is going so well, I can flourish all that. It cannot flourish. But some people do the whole thing where it's like, they got the 9-to-5 job and then they get the part and go, bye, see you later. I don't need you no more. And it's like, you ready? You better be ready because at any time Hollywood can go, all right, thank you. The show got canceled. Like, huh? Wait, no. It's over.
Yeah, right.
That's not in my control, and that's not in your control. So that's why I'm like, you create that balance because I want actors to also have that idea of longevity.
That's right.
Longevity. So a shout out to my friend again. He made the shirt where it says, "No one has." This is part of our Act for a Living. It says, "No one has to be at the finish line to see you win."
Oh, I like it.
We're giving prize out for Act for a Living, and the whole idea was about this is about you, God. What's what we got going here?
That's right.
You got this dream. Let's work it. You make a deal with yourself. That's what this whole thing is about. You make this deal with yourself. Follow through. If you say you want to do something, do it. If you want to avoid being that hater, watch what happens when you go for yours. When you go for making your things and then making that dream a reality. You start to see, you look at life in a whole different way. I just want to share it. If you don't bring it to the table, what happens is when you see someone else going for their dream, they are reminding you what you need to work on.
That's right.
They're telling you, you look at somebody like, dang it. And it's like, that should be, okay, so what is it that you want to work on? When you work on your stuff, you're like, yo, I got and then you can actually look at somebody and go, yo, I'm really happy for you. Yo, I'm doing mine, and it has it has nothing to do about what's in your bank account. It has nothing to do with that, because if they take away that money, you still going like, I'm still doing mine. I still got a roof over my head. That's why it's like, you got to change your definition of what success is.
Well, we like to have fun. We don't like to always keep it on the serious tip, but we always have fun. So we're going to give you some speed round. Hopefully we can get through it. And then also, get you promoted. Okay, so
go ahead,
I'm going to get started. Okay, what would be a good theme song for your life?
There's a song by Jadakiss called there's so many songs. He got the hook is like, we gonna make it. Dang, you got me, yo.
I got you, see?
We gonna make it. You will know by from back in the day from Jason's lyric. Like, I got so many. Dang.
Okay, wow. That's okay. What is your biggest or weirdest fear? Just sums it up, one word. Or 2 words. I don't know.
See, what's my biggest fear?
Yeah.
Like
what? I mean, I guess. The weirdest fear. The weirdest fear. Like,
I say biggest fear is like not keeping with the contract I made with myself and God. Like, yo, you said you was gonna do it. Because I don't want to. That's why it's like the shoulda, coulda. Put it this way: shoulda, coulda, woulda. That's my biggest fear. I don't want to look back and say shoulda, coulda, woulda. Oh, I did my shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Oh, I done my shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Okay. All right. Let's see. We got okay. So, what's the weirdest thing a fan has ever done for you? Quickly, and one kind of sums it up a little.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. Fans don't do weird things. I'm going to tell you right now, for me, they have just been, they show their love, they show their artwork. That's why it's like, yo, I've been blessed that it's just, remember that writer wrote that story and you brought that to life. And that person who's doing that artwork or fan, they're like, I didn't have the voice to speak and you did that for me. So I've been blessed. Nobody's done anything weird. So it's good. It's cool. So,
all right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna close it up. Thank you so much, Ransford, for just going through that little speed round. We like to just have a little bit of fun and just tell us what is you doing your next journey? What is you gonna be doing next?
Next journey, we're going to get ready to launch. We're working on the online curriculum for Winning at the Money Game to teach financial literacy to elementary, middle, and high school students. Dear starving artists, get something to eat. We're in the editing process now. We're going to launch that too. actforaliving.com, and you can see my cell phone's ringing off the. Going off
okay, all right.
Like, okay, gotcha. We're going to get that squared away. That's going to be launching soon as well. So everything is like, it's almost like you got to time it as well. What else? Those are the things that I am working on that when it's out, because it's just the digital learning for all of us folks. It has changed the way we do things. So
thank you.
it's all
you got
good.
More? That's it, right?
Well, yeah, I think I know my brain's going, brother, you're going to look back after the interview and go, you forgot to tell me.
That's okay. We're going to promote you anyway. We're going to do it. We're going to keep it going.
But all in all, like, it's just, I'm still doing high school teaching, so getting ready for that too. Okay. So I got a lot of things in the works. It's just now making sure the digital platform is not only ready, but sustainable to make sure anyone who's interested in acting, I don't care if you're in college or not in college,
right?
Hit up Acting for a Living. Book, get the book. Just starving artists, and then for financial literacy, like anyone who's an MBA who's like, yo, Ransford, I like what you're all about. Anybody who's in a WNBA, anybody who's in college leagues, like anybody who wants to teach financial literacy, all the people out there, the big wigs, like, yo, you know what's out there. We know there's a fun way we can teach our kids, junior achievements out there. You got me promoted because I still see the time. It says I got 4 minutes and 35 seconds.
4 minutes. See, you know.
Like there's ways we can, because again, creating a community where we're all learning. So it's like, yo, what do you know? Let's share. Let's create this community where we're just giving advice, where nobody's walking in going like, I didn't know. Because that feeling of the unknown, of like, why didn't no one tell me? And I think that's what I think that's why I have a lot of information coming out now, because there was a lot of stuff that I felt, why wasn't anyone there to tell me? So life said, well then Ransford, you created. And you start looking at yourself going, me? Yeah, you. And why not you?
That's
y'all
right.
have something to give. This show would not exist if y'all two ladies had not said, like,
thank you.
We got some stuff to discuss.
Yes, we do. All right. Well, thank you so much for that, Rand.
Thank you so much.
You are beautiful. And check him out, viewers, and his viewers, what he said. So we're going to close it out. And thanks again. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, subscribe, ring that bell for notification, and share this video with like 5 other people and subscribe. Yes. So thanks again, Ransford. Have a nice one. Thank you, Denise. Appreciate you. And we are out.